Remember this?
Tennessee trash messing up the highways. Tennessee trash jogging up the byways. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash.
We have met the enemy, and he is us.
This public service announcement, along with a pretty concentrated national campaign, worked. America and Tennessee cleaned itself up. We don't throw trash out the window of our car anymore. Our roadsides are clean, and most of it is because we just started caring. But is it that clean? Look close. These things are everywhere. Why is it that people who would never think of throwing trash out the window of their car have no problem at all throwing a cigarette butt out that same window? Or walking along and just throwing them on the ground, often when there's a container just a few feet away? I know, you might say that it doesn't matter, that they are tiny pieces of litter. Really? First, let's look at what a cigarette butt actually is. It's a filter. It's made of cellulose acetate, in other words, spun plastic. Plastic takes a very long time to degrade. Degrade simply means to dissolve in water, rainwater. And these nasty little things tend to move to all the little channels that our rainwater follows. The bad news is that the plastic being dissolved in our water is a small part of the problem. The big problem is what that plastic filter has collected from the cigarette. Of course, there's cancer-causing nicotine. But there's also arsenic, benzene, cadmium, ethyl phenol. So as the water runs over these butts, everything that they collected is leached into our groundwater. And as long as that plastic survives, these chemicals will continue to be passed into our waterways. And wow, are they nasty. If there is enough water to move them, they are washed into our storm sewers, which take them straight to our creeks and streams. And this is not a small problem. Cigarette butts, by weight, make up 1/3 of the litter dumped on our country every year. The number of butts discarded this year will equal 1/2 pound per person living in this country. And considering that almost 80% of us don't even smoke, somebody is doing much more than their share of making our country a more nasty place. Please stop this. Please stop throwing these nasty, smelly things onto our ground. This is our home. We live in a beautiful place. Bristol is so many things, but there's one thing that it's not. Bristol is not your ashtray.